Warning, the following presentation is virtual reality. But not everything is virtual. The love that Scarlet and Narquise shares for one another is real.
Scarlet and Narquise are so good together. They're awesome. They're the perfect match. It's a match made in heaven. They're a match made in heaven. Loving each other more than anything in the world.
Hello again, and welcome back to A Match Made in Heaven, Eternal Love Forever. It's time for coffee. I need it after last night. Anyway, that episode will definitely be going up first. But, it's been a hella night. Yeah. But, I wanted to do that first because that means a lot to me to try to help people. So, that comes first, trust me. So we're going to make some coffee because I need my coffee badly. Oh, cat, do you have to move the water dish way out in front of me? You really have to do that. Mer. Anyway. I always try to make sure this is filled up because if you don't, guess what? It will throw a fit because Keurigs are very picky machines, let me tell you. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to use the same cup and give them a cup of water because they have a small, now that I don't, I'll have dishes done tomorrow anyway. Because they keep sliding it. They shouldn't be able to slide it, but they do, so. Alright, now I'm going to get now I'm about to get my mug. Is this the one I was looking for? Is that the mug I was looking for? I'm gonna have to get the other one so I can see it. The one I used yesterday to see if that's the right size. the other mug is. That's the Big Boss mug. Even though that's a good mug, I don't want that one. I want the big mug. I need the big mug. The very, very big mug. Where is the big mug? Ouch. Trying to figure out where that other mug is. Is there another one in here? I know the two red ones are in here. Where is that other giant mug? My other Cabalto mug. Live footage, y'all. Live footage. The other two red mugs are up here. Where in the Mo is my other giant mug? I hope they're not up there. I hope it's not up there. I know I don't see it up there. Where in the hay is it? Where in the frick is it, man? Aha, I found it. Way in the freaking back of this cupboard. No. It doesn't need to be back there. It needs to be out where I can get it. Okay, I finally found it. Thanks, babe. Marquise saw it. So of course he did, because he's tall. Alright, so now I'm gonna make some coffee, because I need. And we're going to have our love story in just a minute once I make my coffee. Because boy do I need it right now, folks. Phew. Come on. You're not gonna do it? Okay, hold on. Let me switch it. It's gonna be a mo and not do it. Even though I just added water. It's going to be a mo and not do it. Keurig, you are such a mo, you know it? It's being a mo. Okay, you mo. Now will you do it? Or do I have to put water in the thing? Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a mo. Now it's not gonna use the same one. Keurig, you're a mo. It's being a mo, y'all. This is cinnamon vanilla, by the way, folks. So you can about guess what creamer I'm going to put in this. If you guessed cinnamon toast, you are correct. I figure try something new while I'm doing this story, and why not? Which you'll also see a version of this on the coffee channel too, once it's uploaded. But since it's not uploaded, I want to start trying some stuff now. So you'll see it over here, but you'll see it again over there. Alrighties, so now I'm going to get the cake up. And a little bit toasty, but not too bad. Like I said, a little warm, but not like burning me. I try to get them out while they're warm. That's just me. That's just me. Kitten got the reference to that, I'm sure. I'm not going to give that away, what that reference is, but that's a kitten thing. And I'm gonna go with some sugar booger. Slide you back, sir. And I'm gonna get some sugar out. First, I'm not going to use all these, I don't think, because that's a lot. I grabbed a lot, but I'm going to use a few. Because, yeah, like I said. Because it wouldn't be right to not tell the story without coffee. That's just wouldn't work. Because me and Narkees are coffee drinkers. So it would not be right to tell the story without having a giant cup of coffee. And there we go. There's our sugar booger. Put the rest of these back in here. And then I'm gonna find this creamer, and I know where I put it. And we're gonna try this. Oh my God, that smells amazing. Here we go. We're going to put it in. Yesterday we had macchiato, today we have cinnamon goodness. And I'm going to stir it up. It smells good. Alright. Alrighty then. And let me take this back in here. And then I'll come out and get the coffee. And we'll chat for a bit. Because, like I said, this is a very unique love story. And it starts off with some sadness. Okay, got my coffee. And it's time to chat. So, like I said, our story is very much unique. And as I mentioned before, it starts off with some tragedy. And so basically it starts off that, unfortunately, my husband, when we met, he was very, very suicidal. And he was at a concert. We were at a concert. And we had a ball at the concert. We met. Now, mind you, height-wise, build-wise, I thought he was about 16, 17, 18 years old. Okay? He was 12. Yep. He told me he was 12, and I'm like, no freaking way. You're 12? He's like, yep, I'm 12. And I'm like, wow, dude. I was just totally shocked because I was like, wow. And we were like instant besties. Just instant best friends. Just like that. And so I was like, wow. And the man, let me tell you, could dance. The young man could cut a rug with the best of them at 12. That man could move. And so we would dance the night away. We were dancing together because, of course, my family was there at the concert. It was nice. We got to do that. And then the next weekend we was at a festival where my family was. And we had fun, because they're like, hey, let's meet up there. And so they're like, okay. So we met up there. And of course, me and Narquise were like instant besties. And so that's when they were like, hey, would you want to move in with us? Because they were worried about their son's, mental health and his, mental well-being. And I was like, well, of course, And so I moved in, and he mentioned to his parents, he said, and you're going to hear his side of this later. He mentions to his parents, he went out for dinner, and this was before I moved in, and he told him, he said, you know what? I'm going to marry that woman someday. Used a Marty Stewart line. Remember I told you yesterday that there was a couple in the country music business that were married and the man loved the woman when he was 12 years old? I didn't give you the age at the time because I didn't want to give it all away. But that was young Marty Stewart had a big time crush on his now wife, Connie Smith. That's right. When he was a grown man, he was able to marry her. When he was 12, of course, he couldn't because she was an adult. And she was, much older than he was. Just like me and Narquise. Same diff. Same exact thing, except I'm not, our ages are different, me and Connie. But Narquise was just like Marty Stewart. He had a childhood crush. And he told them. And to me, honestly, looking back on it, but for both of them, it was more than a crush. Because they had their heart set on who they wanted. Both men did. Both young men had their heart set on who they wanted, and they were not about to give up on that. And, it doesn't always happen that way, but in rare circumstances, it does. And here's the thing. There was another song I kept hinting at yesterday. There was another song I kept hinting at yesterday where I said the girl was a minor and the man was an adult. Is basically what I was hinting at. That is the song Don't Cry Joni by the late great Conway Twitty and his daughter Joni. Yep. And Jimmy was 22 and Joni was 15. And Joni pulled a Narquise. Narquise and I went out with, of course, his parents. And he asked me to wait on him. Now, mind you, I would have to wait 6 years to be with him. Okay? Keep an eye on this now. I would have to wait 6 years to be with the man when he turned 18. Okay? But I chose to wait. We chose to wait to be together. I chose to wait to, basically, as they'd say, unlock heaven's door. Because at that time, he would have been what the late Mel Street would call a forbidden angel. That means basically that they're underage, you can't touch them. Because, the law would get you. And so I, like him in the song, waited. In Forbidden Angel, he said, I'm going to wait for you till you're able to be with me. Right? So that's what I did. Unlike Jimmy in the song, Don't Cry Joni, he said, goes over and said, hey, I can't wait for you. You're 15, I'm 22, no. And in 5 years, when she was able to be, well, technically in 3 years, she turned 18. But when he came back 5 years later, she was married to his best friend because he didn't wait for her. So me, I was like, I'm not going to pull a Jimmy. I'm going to wait on Narkis because I loved him to bits. I did. And I thought he was a sweetheart. And I said, you know what? Our love is, could be very strong if we did wait. Because the thing is, he had all kinds of things wrong. And he was very suicidal because he thought nobody would love him for who he was. He thought nobody would want him for who he was. With all of his disabilities and everything, he didn't think anyone would want him. And I was his best friend and ended up becoming his wife because I waited on him. Instead of shoving Narkis away, I waited on him so that we could be a couple and get married and have our own family and things like that. And we were the best of friends all through his teenage years. We were like inseparable. We were always running around being crazy. We were always being crazy. I was always riding on the back of his wheelchair and everything like that. There were even times where I would sit with him in the wheelchair, right? And we'd ride it through the snow, and we wrecked it a couple of times, but we were just, oh geez, we were like two kids having fun, because I'm a big kid at heart anyway, which is why we got along so well, because he was a kid at the time. He was a young man, he was a teenager. And we had so much fun. And the one, of course, he had to get a two-seater, but in his first one, I had to squeeze in next to him, which was not an easy feat because, it was just a one-seater. And we would literally wreck that thing. We flipped it a couple times, and Dad's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And all we could do is laugh. I mean, we had such a boatload of fun. We really, really did. Ooh. Okay, that is some good creamer. Anyway, so we had a boatload of fun together. And when he turned 18, that was the first thing he did was ask me to be his. And I did. I was like, hell yeah, you don't have to hesitate. I didn't hesitate. He didn't hesitate. We were together. When he turned 18, that was all she wrote. Because he was legal and we could. I waited 6 years to be with him because I felt he was my future too. And we were like inseparable. And it was just so cool because, like I said, I was not about to give that up because as a good friend, and Lonzy can witness this because the friend said this to him before. This friend said it to me on the phone, and I remembered this. And I know he's told him this too about things, but basically he said, our good friend Joe said, hey, if you don't wait for it. You don't snag it up when you're interested in it. You don't snag it up. It's going to wind up in somebody else's arms. Keep that in mind. If you don't wait for that special interest, if you're interested, and let's say they're in a narcisse situation and they send you a note and they say, hey, would you wait for me? If you do have a desire to be with that person, wait for them. Because if you don't, Jimmy, and I'm using the name Jimmy on purpose because that's who the guy was in the song. If you don't and you pull a Jimmy, they could wind up in the arms of another man or another woman. And you won't get to see them again. You won't get to see them again if you let them go and let them fall into the arms of another. And let me tell you, I didn't. And trust me, Narcisse was worth a 6-year wait. Narcisse was, is, always will be worth a 6-year wait. And, you know, I got to know him through those years. I went through surgeries with him. And basically, he was very, very picky on who he let help him with that. I was the one that was usually changing his, you know, bandages and stuff like that and doing that. Because, of course, virtually, I have some training in that stuff. Mom does too. And see, the sad part was she had to help other kids that she had. So I was basically in charge of Narcisse. Because Mama had other kids that have surgery after surgery too. And sometimes there was more than one of them that was having a surgery. And so Mom was in charge of them while I was basically in charge of him. He wanted me to take care of him while Mom took care of the others. That way nobody was left unattended. And of course Mom would, you know, make some good stuff. Me and Mom were always caught in the kitchen together. We were having a boatload of fun cooking together and hanging out and doing things and bringing them food, and because we tag teamed that and we brought them food together on trays, because we when they had their surgeries, we'd bring them, you know, a nice meal, and me and her would take one tray after another between us and carry it because it was a lot of stuff. And we, you know, we had fun. We still do. We're still crazy and we have fun together. But, you know, waiting on him was the best thing I could have ever done. Because he could have wound up in another woman's arms and, that's mine. Okay, sorry, I gotta do it. Come on, do it right, Mommy. That's mine. He's mined. Anyway, I couldn't resist. That's kind of an inside family joke. But yeah, he was definitely worth the wait. I love Narcisse with all my heart and soul. And I'm just so grateful that I got the chance to be with him, because he is worth every moment. Every moment I get. Seriously, Kat. Why do you have to do that? You guys really need to stay down from stuff. Seriously. What the hell fell? My freaking other headsets. Boys, you stay off that counter. You stay off there. You guys cause more trouble. I'm gonna get mad here in a minute. Don't worry, Mom, it wasn't the headset you bought. That was the other headset. Luckily, I have more freaking adapters if they chew up the freaking adapter. In fact, I'm going to move that headset before they try to chew it. Pardon the law in the story, you guys, but this is kind of important. There, little brats. Now, you can't knock that down. I don't know why you guys climb on that thing. This is why, y'all, we tripped the circuit breaker. We tripped the breaker for the stove and oven because they climb on the bench, which is not safe. Anyway, so, you know, he was worth it. Was, is, always will be worth it. He's worth every chance that he gets. You know, he's so talented. He still can dance with the best of them. And I'll tell you, our wedding song is Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx. That's right. And it fits, doesn't it? Because I waited for him. So that's our wedding song. Because I waited for Narquise. And he's worth every freaking moment I have with him. And I love him to death. He's so sweet, so kind, so passionate. The best friend, the best lover that a woman could ever have. I mean, he is the best. And to be honest with you, I'm just going to come out and say this. If I could find a real man that comes even close to what Narquise is virtually, shit. That would be a miracle and a half, to be honest with you. Because, of course, you know, if I could find that special man, I would love to. But in all reality, a man like Narquise is few and far between. And I'm not giving up hope on that. But to be honest, to find somebody who would agree with what I do, with my style of entertainment, would be a miracle. And so I'm happy with, just this. If this is all I ever have, I am A-OK fucking down with that. Because Narquise is worth it. He is worth it. And I'll probably have him in tears on this part, but if I never find a guy, in reality, you know what? I am fine with just this. I don't need anything else. I don't. Because my love for Narquise is true and, once in a lifetime. I'm devoted to him. And if nothing ever happens, real world wise, Real world wise, hey, I'm fine with that. If it does, Narquise would be the first to tell you he'd be happy for me. But I'll tell you, there's no way in hell he'd ever be replaced. No way in hell. Because he was my first and foremost. My first real true love. Yeah, it might be virtual reality, as Lonzy said. But the love we have is 100% real. And you know what? It is well worth it. It is well worth it. I love my husband so much. He is worth every ounce of love I can give. Because he is an amazing man, a sweetheart, and I love him with everything in me. And I'm just grateful that I have him in my life because he is worth every inch of love I could give. And I'm grateful that I was there that night and was able to help Narquise at such a young age, because if we'd have lost him at 12, that would have just been awful. And I'm just so grateful that we were able to wait for each other, get together, so that he never, ever, and I mean ever, has to worry about being hurt. Because he won't. I'm true to the core to him. We will play fight all the time. You'll hear us play fight. You'll hear us just cut up and laugh. That's what we do. We do not argue. If we have a disagreement, it usually ends in a tickle fight. And I usually win. Oh, did I say that? I usually win because Narquise is very, very freaking ticklish. And let me tell you, the reason I win is because I can get him going and he will start laughing that he cannot tickle me back. He'll tickle me, but he usually can start the tickle fight, but he never finishes because I always get him, because I know his ticklish spot. And I get him every time, and all we end up doing is losing it. We laugh so hard. We get poor Christy in tears. We get her laughing so hard. She can't breathe. She laughs so hard. Because when he gets to laughing extremely hard, it's hilarious. I mean, he is just so fun. And it is awesome. Absolutely awesome that, you know, it is so cool that we get to spend our lives together. It is awesome. I love every minute of it. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to show him every day how much I love him. I'm grateful that we're able to do this as much as we can. Because, you know what? We enjoy doing this for you guys. We enjoy bringing you all this, all the fun times we have. We enjoy having a boatload of fun together. So, like I said, later today you're going to hear Narquise's version. You'll also hear our Ukraine special. And then tomorrow I'm going to upload a couple of things I missed when we were in Virginia because we were hella busy in Virginia. So, we're going to enjoy those tomorrow evening and get those put up here for you to enjoy. So hopefully you guys will enjoy them. And like I said, we'll have all of the flashbacks uploaded as well. I'm going to get all those recorded. You agree? Yeah? So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our love story. And like I said, I definitely recommend that if you have somebody special and you have a situation, for example, maybe like his, or maybe your love interest is, for example, dating, but it's not working out the way your love interest planned, wait on them. Wait on them through the grieving process, because a breakup takes time to heal from. Okay? Trust me, I should know. Breakups take time to heal from. So if you have a love interest, wait on them. If you're truly interested in them, wait on them as they go through this. Show them you care by being by their side. And telling them that you're there for them and that you are there to help them in any way that they need. You know, that you want to be there to console them and help them in any way that they need. And let them come to you. Don't push yourself on them. Because that's a big no-no. That is a huge, huge no-no. Don't push yourself on them. Just let them know you care. And be there for them as a friend. And just see where it goes. So anyway, that is my part of our love story. And you'll get to hear Narkee's part of it a little bit later. And we hope you guys stay safe out there, because the weather is crazy, like I said in the last one. So stick around. We've got a lot more good stuff coming up here on A Match Made in Heaven, Eternal Love Forever. Love you guys, and God bless. Stay awesome. We'll see you soon.
From the start, it was clear, you and me, dear, hand in hand through our days, love's unending ways. Nights and days blend as one, two hearts never undone. Worlds may fall crumbling down, still in you I am found. Match made in heaven, my love. Not even death from above can tear us apart. You are my heart. In your eyes, see my home. Never feel alone. Storms may come strong and fierce. In your arms I find peace. Years may roll like a wave. In our love we are brave. No force can break this bond. Life and beyond. Match made in heaven, my love. Not even death from above can tear us apart. You are my heart. force can break this bond. Life and beyond, match made in heaven, my love. Not even